Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. We are so excited that you are here tonight, today, whenever you are watching. Thank you for being a part of Kingdom Builders Business University. We are super excited that you are in the house tonight, today. Hey, come on through. Let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that we can like and share and comment, so that we can share this with a friend or family member, to make sure that everybody that is in the room is here to understand more about business. So tonight, why are we building systems that work without us? Because it's necessary. It's crucial as an entrepreneur, is what we'll be talking about. So why are you building a system that needs to work without you? Or have you built a system, a business that needs only you to be there? So this is our topic tonight. So make sure that you go ahead. First, I want you to subscribe. I want you to share this with an entrepreneur. If you yourself are an entrepreneur, I want you to go ahead and make sure that you hit that subscribe button and go ahead and make sure that you are connected with us and collaborating with us wherever we are in the world, wherever we are on social media, whatever events that we are having. Make sure that you are locked in so that you do not forget, or don't, just make sure that you are connected, okay? That's the bottom line. Just make sure you're connected, okay? Yes. So listen, we are coming to you today, to talk about things that relate to your business. But before we get into that, if you are an entrepreneur, I want you to know that what we do is we help people with getting their businesses together. When I say getting their business together, I'm talking about getting your business together and doing it the right way. I'm talking about making sure that you got your business set up, all of your legal paperwork. I'm talking about making sure that you got your contracts together, making sure that you have your money, your bank accounts, all of the things together. And we do that in three opportunities. We do that in a way with an associate certification. We also do that in a way with a bachelor certification. And the third way we do that is in a VIP master certification. So what are you waiting for? Go on over right now to www.kbbullc.com and click on the Let's Talk button so we can talk about your business. If you have a business idea, if you need to put together a business plan, if you need business financials, maybe you're looking for a business grant, maybe you're looking for a business loan, whatever it is that you are looking for, listen, we have the answer for you. I have been in business for over almost 35 years exactly. And I'm telling you, there is a lot of information that is in this brain right here. So I want to give that away. And that's the reason why we created Kingdom Builders Business University. So welcome to KBBU Behind the Scenes. What is this behind the scenes of? This is behind the scenes of entrepreneurship lifestyles. This is the way that we talk about things that everybody else is not talking about. See, the thing about being an entrepreneur in the first place is that nobody really wants to talk to us about how to truly do business. Most people will tell us that they are going to help us as a business owner, but they end up not helping us at all. They end up not really teaching us anything, not really holding our hand, walking through things step by step, stage by stage, phase by phase. They don't usually do all of that because maybe they don't have the time themselves as a business owner, or maybe they just, was just pulling your leg. We have a lot of that in the business industry, but we are here as a whole university, a school that is willing to sit you down and not just give you education. We are here to give you information, understanding, and the ability to apply everything that you learn here at KBBU. So listen, Kingdom Builders Business University has over 500 graduates so far, and we have only been in business technically since COVID, but I would say officially since 2018. So when I say you need to get in where you fit in, there are millions of people that we are able to impact all over the world, because why? We are streamed through the CTR Media Network. That's right. Every time you see us, just know that 3.6 billion people are also viewing us in addition to you. So that's why it's necessary for you to go ahead and subscribe, like, and share so that you never ever miss an episode, because these are valid strategies. These are things that you absolutely need as a business owner. And hearing it from somebody that's been in business for over 30 plus years, listen, you're going to get some real stuff right here. So let's get into this message tonight. So we are talking about, why do you need to build a system that works without you as an entrepreneur? Why is it so crucial for you not to be present every single day with every single system, with every single thing that you know how to do? So let's just start with that right there. So the first thing is, why owners get stuck is because they're best at everything that they do. As an owner, as a business owner, myself, I know that I know how to do pretty much everything. When I say everything, I started from as a what they call a bootstrapper. I started out as a bootstrapper, and a bootstrapper just simply means that I had to put in my own money, I had to put in my own energy, I had to figure out all my systems, I had to figure out all the ways that I was going to do everything. And you may be that entrepreneur that's doing the same thing, but when it comes to the fact that you need to understand as an entrepreneur to be successful full time and for a lifetime, for your lifetime, you need to make sure that you understand that you do not have the ability to continue to do everything every time, all the lifetime of your business. You got to be able to know that you're going to have to pass that business on to somebody else, and you're not always going to be able to do everything. And it's okay that you won't be able to do everything, because businesses were never designed for you to do everything. So that's number one. We try to do everything, and it's fine at the beginning, but after you are in business for a few years, especially I would say a minimum of 5 years, you should not be doing everything yourself. A minimum of 5 years. If you've learned the systems, if you figured out, okay, when is your most profitable months? What is the type of client that you need? How do you make the money? If you're figuring out all of these different things, right? But then you look around and you see that there's nobody else there. And even with artificial intelligence and all the technology that is out there today, it still is not efficient and effective for you to continue to think that you can just do this long term. I'm telling you, 30 plus years is the timeline that I have had. I started out as an entrepreneur at the age of 19 in the financial industry, following that into a credit industry, following that into a nonprofit organization, now in KBBU, Kingdom Builders Business University, and I have a new business that's coming on the horizon. So y'all stay tuned for that, okay? But anywho, my point is that all of these businesses are not just successful just because I have decided to do everything myself. When I say that, I understand that it's necessary for me to have people as a part of my team. And I have to understand that I have to consistently scale my business from the angle, from the perspective that I need to improve it all the time. So you also need to have that kind of a mindset. But let's get back to this whole idea around, why do you as an entrepreneur get stuck with not doing business successfully, or even just having a lid over your head as a business owner that you feel like you can't grow any more than what you do? The second reason is because you are in fear of losing control. You yourself, the reason why you are getting stuck into this mindset of being an entrepreneur and being a solopreneur or being a serialpreneur that's doing it all by yourself is simply because you are afraid to lose control. There are so many of us that have this mindset that we're the only ones that can do something. That's the wrong mindset that you have to have in order for you to succeed. You got to learn how to hand off some things. You cannot have this mindset that you're afraid to give anybody the ability to be confident that they can do the same thing that you do. Listen, I know that as an entrepreneur, as a owner, as a CEO, as the leader of the pack, as the boss lady, okay, I understand that there is a problem with handing over things to people that you know are not going to do things exactly the way that you're going to do it. But the thing is that you are not going to be able to control a business in order for it to grow long long term. And Lord, in order for you to leave that legacy that you've been dreaming about, the things that you've been hoping and wishing and praying that you're going to leave over to your kids at one point in time in your life, listen, there is no way that that can happen if you continue to try to take all the control over the situation. So as it relates to your business, you got to understand that your business is out here for you to be able to hand it over to a successor. You cannot have the fear that you're losing control just because you need to give some delegated tasks and delegated things to someone else that's a part of your organization. You got to hire some people. You got to stop trying to be selfish and thinking that you're going to always have the control to be able to do all of this yourself. So listen, let's take that note that we are going to stop trying to control everything as it relates to our companies. Yes, it's okay for us to know that at first. It's actually important that we do know mostly everything about how our business should operate. However, it is not for you to be in control of anybody but yourself. Anybody but yourself. So if you know your limitations, then you need to learn how to delegate other limitations, tasks, other abilities, that skill sets, gifts, and talents that other people may be even better at than what you are, because they can focus on the one thing instead of you fearing that you have total control over the situation of the matter. So let's just go ahead and cancel that idea that we got to keep the control once we learn how to run our businesses successfully and we're making money and we're doing all the things to make things right. So when we say that another reason why owners get stuck in the building the systems that do not work without them being present is that we never took the time to document everything and how it works. So, oh my God, this is such a big issue as it relates to our business owners. In today's society, what do? We tend to not just write down everything that we know how to do. What we do is we keep it in our head, and we expect that when we bring in a new hire, when we hire somebody on in our organization, a personal assistant, an executive assistant, a customer service representative, a customer support person, whoever it is that we hire or that we bring into our organization to help us to begin to delegate those tasks and everything out to another individual, we have a problem with explaining what it is that we need them to do. So first of all, we have a problem with the fact that we don't even know what our duties are. Have you sit down and broken down every duty that you have achieved as a business owner? Have you sat down yourself and written out every single detail on the subject matters of every process that you have in your business? Because if you haven't done that, if you haven't actually sat down from the very beginning all the way to the end of the process, how everything is supposed to flow, how is it supposed to work, what's going here, what's going there, how many, how much, if we don't have the process, then we cannot expect that we're going to talk to somebody else, bring them in our organization, and they're going to have the same kind of effect, or they're going to be able to implement the same things that we are doing as the owner. That's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. It's not realistic because we didn't document. So where is your documentation? When did you write it down? If you don't have anything written down, I want you to write this down tonight. I am going to document everything that I do. I am going to sit down and document every step-by-step phase of everything that I do in business. That's what you need to do. Every single part of your business, whether it is marketing, what is the step-by-step process of marketing? What is the step-by-step process of you being on social media? That is something that you can hand over to a marketing individual, somebody that specializes in marketing. That way, when you have the conversation with the person that you're getting ready to hire, then they are not confused because you are specific to that particular department, and you can just tell them exactly what your strategy is, how to get there, and it's all written on paper or it's in the computer, and they can just look at the system that you flow with and they can implement it immediately. It's not something that's going to take weeks or days or even months for them to catch on to, because you have a step-by-step clear process of what comes first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and seventh and eighth and ninth and tenth. That's why it's so crucial for you to understand that you should not be building a business without just you handling it. You should never ever build a business with the mindset that it's only going to be you forever, because one day you're going to break down, you're going to get sick, you're going to have to, maybe have some type of family emergency, you're going to have some type of family event. It may be something that you just cannot do to be there 24 hours, 7 days a week, because you are not a robot, okay? And you not being a robot means simply that you won't be able to do it all. So stop trying to do it all. That is not the equation of a business owner. A business owner is labeled a business owner because that means that you handle business through several different people. It means that you are handling a organization. An organization is filled with a group of people. There are so many different components and different departments that have to be involved in a business. So it's not just about you. It's not just about you having one system or artificial intelligence or any type of technology that you think is going to be able to take over when it relates to you being a business by yourself. I promise it's not going to work for a long period of time, and you're going to burn out at some point in time. Do you know how many things that I have been through in my lifetime in 30 years of being a business owner? And let me tell you, it has been a roller coaster ride up and down. I've had to do so many different things. I had to step away for so many times, and I cannot tell you how important it is that you got to get some help. You got to get some people in there that specialize in 1, 2, or 3 particular skill sets at a time. And then as you grow as a business owner, did you not know that when you bring in these people, that they are going to be able to specialize and implement those particular skill set, gifts, and talents that take you to double and triple your income as a business owner? So that's the reason why it's so important for you to stop doing business by yourself. I need you to share the wealth. That's how you grow and expand your company. If you are not growing and expanding your company by sharing the wealth, then there is the reason, the root cause of why you might be having that ceiling over your head and you can't go any further as a business owner. So I want you to grow. I want you to succeed. I want you to be able to expand beyond this whole entire earth. So I want you to stop believing that you can be a solopreneur for the rest of your life, because it's just not realistic. Okay, so we talked about 3 things as it relates to you being a business owner. Now, I do want to break down, like I was saying earlier, some other details as it relates to you being a business owner by yourself. So, what I want to say about when you bring in somebody is that you also need to understand that the person has to be trained and be accountable for what it is that they have been set to do. So, I want you to understand that you can't just be out here hiring your family members and your friends. Okay, I want you to take that out of your head, throw it away. Go ahead and kick rocks on that, because that's never going to work. That's never going to work unless the family member, the friend that you are hiring, is someone that you actually need in that particular department. And if they have a good work ethic, and I'm talking about a accountable work ethic, something where you don't have to keep on asking them over and over again for the answers to the problem, that they are presenting the answer to you. So when it comes to you hiring somebody, and if you decide that you're going to bring in a family member, a friend, or somebody that you know, or somebody that you used to have as a business, in business with you, and maybe things didn't work out, but now y'all back cool. Listen, you need to understand accountability is your bottom line. Are they accountable? Can you walk away from them without them asking you a million questions on what they need to do for their own job? So understand that even if they're independent contractors are skilled in a particular gift, skill, or talent. They are skilled. That means that they have some type of certification, they have a license, or they have some type of degree in that particular skill set, gift, or talent. And they should not be asking you questions about how to do this or how to do that. You should be receiving information from them on how to improve whatever it is that they are doing their job in. So they should be giving you the answers of how they're going to make your business, your organization better, and they need to be accountable for the work. You don't need to be micromanaging anything, okay? You don't need to be the kind of person that is standing over them and telling them all the time, okay, well, I told you how to do this, I taught you how to do that, but now they're asking you over and over again the same questions. They're asking you over and over again. I'm not saying that people can't ask you a question as a business owner. Yes, they can. But when you are hiring people, if you have a system in place that is written down and documented, and you have what is called like a manual, a HR system that they go through a training module of, then listen, you ain't got to worry about trying to tell them the same thing over and over again. What you would concern yourself with is just making sure that they got the right training system in place so that they can understand how to go back and collect the data that you have already told them one time, that now they can see in the system that they can just click on at any given time whenever that question pops back up in their head. Okay, so this is how you run a successful business. Building the system that will work when you are no longer present is the key. You can no longer be the kind of person that decides, well, it's just too hard. It's too much data that I got to write down. It's too much information that I got in my head. Go ahead and stop saying that right now. I want you to cut it out. I want you to just put that, like I said, kick rocks on that. Go ahead and make sure that you are writing down the steps to your business. You got to write them down. You got to document it. It has to be in a system. It has to be in a training module. It has to be on a video. It has to be something that you are keeping record of so that the people that you bring in will not struggle in your organization. And I want you to also think about this. You know, when you went to a job on your job, or maybe you are currently working on a job and you're being a business owner, and that's absolutely okay. But if you think back to when you were trained on the job, how was your process on the job? I remember going to a job. I used to work at Verizon. That was my last full-time job in 2010, I want to say. And so on that job, they had a 13-week training that we had to go through, not just modules and things that we had to see as a video, and also not just in a training classroom where someone was teaching us how to do the work, but we also had hands-on ability to have hands-on experience in what it is that we were supposed to do once we got on the floor. As in other words, once we were let loose from the training area to go and do the actual work that we have been hired for. So when you think about the job that you have been on, when you think about what was the training module, what was the person that was sitting there talking to you, or what kind of system or protocol did they have in order for you to be trained? Did you have the proper training, or did you just have to be pushed into a job that you didn't really understand? You didn't even know why you was there other than for you to get a paycheck, and you messed it up and you fumbled until you figured it out? Is that the way that you want your business to be? See, that's something that we really got to start thinking about. We don't want a business that is like the companies that have failed us in the training system. In the training system, whatever has been documented, did it put you to sleep? If it puts you to sleep, then don't you think that it will put your employees or your independent contractors, your volunteers or your interns to sleep? Don't you think that the people who come into your organization, if you cannot stand to sit there and listen to it, then why would they sit there and listen to it? So you got to think about, when you're creating these systems for your team, for your new team of people that are going to see the vision that you have and be able to take that vision to the next level, you got to think about how they are receiving that information. Because if they receive that information in the right manner, then they will be accountable for doing their job and doing it correctly and doing it with joy and pleasure. Because every job is not just about a paycheck. Every job, all the work that we have been assigned to do, is not just about the money that we're going to make. I know you think it is, especially as a business owner. If you are not making the kind of money that you want to make as a business owner, you feel like everything is about money. But I promise you, it's really about the system. It's about the system that you put in place that the people can follow, that's going to take you to the next level. So listen, if you need help with that, do you not know that at Kingdom Builders Business University, we have a whole management course? That's right, a management course that's going to allow you to be able to engage with us and be able to set up systems for your life and for your business. That's right. We are talking about systems that we put in place for you to set up your courses, for you to set up your HR, your training modules, all of the things that you need in order for you to bring in people so that you are not sitting around working all by yourself and just causing yourself to be stressed out, causing your health to deteriorate, causing yourself to even decide that you might even want to close your company. That is not the lifestyle that we do over here. Not at KBBU. So we're going to teach you so many things about being a business owner. We're going to help you with things that most people just really would not share. We're going to tell you the good. We're going to tell you the bad. We're going to tell you the right. We're going to tell you the wrong things that might be happening. And we're going to make sure that you are set up for success. And guess what? Our courses are only 6 months at a time. So it ain't like you got to be in there forever, but you want to come in, get in that first 6 months in that associate certification class. Then once you complete the certification for associates, you want to move on up to the bachelor certification. And then after you finish the bachelor's, then you go on up to the VIP. And guess what, y'all? We are getting ready to open up a PhD, a master's certification for our classes beyond master certification. We are going to go ahead and open up a doctorate certification. That's right. We're getting ready to open up a doctorate certification coming up soon. I don't have the deadline exactly, but just know that here at KBBU, there is an answer for everything in business. Now, the word of God says that money answers all things, but I'm here to tell you that our foundation is in the word. So we got them answers for you. If you're trying to get your business bank account, if you're trying to get a grant, a loan, we got connections galore. Like I said, we've graduated over 500 students already. So what are you waiting for? Why are you still thinking about what you need to do? That's right. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you never ever miss another episode of the Kingdom Builders Business University TV show and the Kingdom Builders Business University podcast. We want to make sure that you are connected. But overall, the reason why you really need to lock in tonight is because you need to go over to kbbullc.com and get in one of those certification classes. Listen, stop playing games. No matter what time, day or night it is. Listen, you can give us a contact. You can call us, you can email us, you can text us, you can send us a piece of mail. It doesn't matter how you connect with us. What matters is that you connect today. What matters is that you stop being that solopreneur, assuming that you're going to be able to do it all for the rest of your life and pass this on to somebody else at some point in time without having a team, without having a legitimate business. See, that's why they call it self-employment. We ain't got time for that no more. We are legitimate business owners over here at KBBU, and we want you to come on over so we can help you to be a legitimate business owner too. All right, that's all we have for tonight. Listen, thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you share this with another entrepreneur. Like I said, we don't Call the information. We don't keep the information. We're not gatekeepers here. We want to share with the world. That's why we have helped so many millions of people, and we are affecting so many millions of people all over this earth. So make sure that you are helping us to get the word out, to share the information about Kingdom Builders Business University and all of the wonderful things that we talk about in KBBU behind the scenes. Listen, we are moving our show to a new time. So we will be coming on at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the daytime. So you'll be able to catch us in the daytime, and we might just keep running the show for a few weeks at 9:30 as well. But we want you guys to know that we are moving to a new time. So please make sure that you lock in to subscribe to our channel, KB.MichelleGreen, everywhere, so that you will never ever miss a moment when we go live. All right, until next time. Listen, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you again for watching, and we are so excited to see you next time. Bye-bye.